Alright, this is a project. I'm just taking a bunch of scrap wood I had fall down in my woods and turning it into 4x4s and 5x5s for garden border. But anyway, I wanted to show the change I made on the dogs. The dogs come with this sharp point, and it works okay when you have them right in the center of the log. But when you go on the edge, when you go down a bit, because the log is turning that way, and you get the edge, this edge of the point there, it tends to skate down it. So you can't. It's hard to get a good grip low on the log because it tends to work its way down the log as you turn it in, and eventually it goes down far enough that it won't get a good bite, and it tends to split it. And the other problem with that is if you're dealing with the clearance issues, you are oftentimes, when your saw blade has to come over and clear this, it's got to not only clear where the point grabs, but it's got to clear all this extra bracket and stuff up above. So what I've done is I made a tip for the dog just by taking an 1.25 inch steel rod, and I drilled one end out, which was 5/8, so that the dog would fit in there, and I coned the other end. I wasn't sure how sharp to make it, so I'm just experimenting now. Basically, you drill it out and leave just a little tiny ridge around it. So that fits over the dog, and then that bites into the log, and it does a pretty good job of biting into it. I just changed the stakes, whatever you call them, on the other side from wood back to the metal ones, and I found that there's a reason why they make them out of heavy metal, because when you tighten this up, there's a tendency for the wood to just move a little bit, and they end up with your cant being a little bit out of square. That's my experience anyway. But just to continue this, with this, it seems to do a good job of biting in at the top of it. When you turn it in tight, and it's higher, so it bites up at the top. The other one bites in the middle. By biting in the top, you can put it further down the log and clear the bracket better with your saw. And I don't think it bites in quite as deep as the point does. The point is like a nail and gets driven right in. This has a little more surface area, and so I think it's a better arrangement. It seems to work well for me. The other thing is, when you're dealing with a square cant, this has quite a bit of surface area to it, and it doesn't chew up your cant so much. It's a shame if you have a nice hardwood cant, like a piece of oak or something, and then you shove the dog into it and lose 3/8 of an inch on it. So this spreads itself quite evenly over it, and it seems to work.